to read a story that I wrote about